Hello my stitchy friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be a little bit different from my regular videos because I don't really make stitch with me videos, and I think it will be more interesting to watch them. And so what I'm working on now, you won't believe. Mirabilia is back, and yeah, Swarovski inspired me to stitch this project. To be honest, I just want to finish this huge work of this year. Also, it's very little have left. As you see, I have to bead here. It will be very quick. I can do it in less than half a day. But the thing is, I do the worst work ever. Don't do my mistakes. I have to take all the petites on both sides. I took it from here and a little bit of here, and also have to correct her arm, as I said before in my previous videos. But look how much beads I have done so far, and I don't do it all the time because I stitch dimensions. I started a new dimensions kit, but this one I want to finish, and it will be like my work of 2020. I see some people starting celebrating New Year. They tired from 2020, so they want to rush to celebrate Christmas and New Year. To be honest, I am too. My mind after Halloween is there in New Year's. I see snow, I see Christmas tree, and right after celebrating Christmas, and we have our Orthodox Christmas on 7th of January, so I celebrate one Christmas and another Christmas and the New Year in between. Then some people celebrate all New Year. Yeah, we do celebrate all New Year on 14th of January because of the old calendar, but to be honest, every year it's less and less popular. Remember in 90s we did celebrate all New Year, and we had fireworks. People did not go to work. It was like official day off, I think. And as I remember well, because I was like 14, 12, 10, but it was so much fun, you know. You have like double New Year. And right after that it will be February, which is like the worst month. I hate Februaries. Always, it's like not my favorite months because it's not spring yet and you're so tired of winter. You wanna have winter. Okay, I'm talking, I forgot I have to stitch. I've been talking for 3 minutes now. Anyway, let me change the camera. I just wanted to show you that Ileana is in progress, and can't wait to press her and see how she shine. And oh, just in case if you do stitch Ileana, or you're gonna plan to stitch her, notice these flowers. So on original chart, these flowers are not these flowers, these beads are absent, and I decided to add them because I think it will look better with them than without, because Nora just chart these flowers. And also, yeah, I supposed to put beads here, but I took them out because it looks a little bit messy. I wanna add purple line here, and the rest will stitch with greens, so it won't be as messy as now. I'll show you chart, and I'll show you what I did on this work after it will be done. Also, not all the people will watch this video because it's like stitch with me, but when I do my final videos about particular work I'm stitching, I wanna mention all the details, and I wanna show everything I change, or I want you to pay attention. And here I forgot to stitch crosses. Like I missed so much. Like this one is right, but here I have to add threads, and I put them back in boxes already. So this is the worst work I'm doing right now. I have to stitch here with threads, not with beads, and all over I have to go. I forgot some back stitch here, mark everything in my working copy, so I will go back after I finish beating and correct it as I'm supposed to. But this is the worst part, guys. I have to spend literally like 10 minutes to take this out and 10 minutes here, but I like even thought of doing that. I hate also the same here. I already corrected, but I change darker threads to lighter. Now I wanna bring it back because from far you look and it's very pale. It's not looking okay to me. And here I wanna put other colors of silks because it does look dirty to me. The color itself, right? But when it's surrounded with other threads, it's not looking okay. Yeah, I'm so excited, to be honest. I love this work so much, and I have now some inspiration to go back to my Mirabilia. Susie! So guys, this is my new project called Coming Home for the Holidays, and yeah, this is new Christmas project. As you can see here, me and Paul and Daniel playing with Susie. Actually, Susie was called after Paul's previous dog, Collie. Her name was Susie, and here Paul's parents waiting for us. Susie, stop it. And they're not wearing masks because it will be next year probably. We plan to come to Canada this Christmas, but we did not know this is gonna happen. Anyway, this is how much I've stitched so far. I just started, and I'll work on it after I finish my Mirabilia, and then Taya will be in between. I mean, whenever I have a mood to finish Taya, there, guys, literally like 500, 600 stitches, but there also will be back stitch. And the chart pretty easy. As you can see, there are not too many single stitches or groups of 2-3 stitches there. I like this chart, to be honest. It's not super easy, but it's not that difficult. So I think the progress will be bigger than usual on other dimensions cross stitch. Just found some needles in threads, maybe because they were laying on a table. And so this is colors I'll be using in this design. I'll show you everything more detailed later. Just wanted to show you quickly now what I started, and I made a copy of the key because I don't like when it's chart on dimensions on the other side of the, for example, here on another part of the chart, the key is right here, and it's uncomfortable because you have to turn all the time your page. And yeah, I do copy, and some kids they have key on separate page. I have a mess here because I'm finishing my Mirabilia probably tonight, I don't know, maybe tomorrow morning, and that's it, I think. So I just want to show you how I organize my projects usually. So this is Northern Night. I'm gonna show you this kit, and in this original cover, or it's a file now for me, I keep everything. So after I finish working on this design, let's say I want to leave it for a while and I'll need Q snaps, I'll put fabric here, everything fits in here. That's why I love dimensions, because you don't have to have so much space for these whips. And yeah, it's very, very comfortable. And usually after I use after I finish stitching this project, after it's done, I usually throw away the file, because by that time it will be damaged and the shape won't be right. So this is design I'm gonna stitch right now with you, and just very quickly I will go through my not table. I'm stitching now at the window because of the perfect light for you. Usually I don't stitch in it. And this is my pin cushion. I love this pin cushion so much because on a tray down there I can put all my stuff I need. Headphones in case, like when Daniel doing his homework, I use my headphones. My favorite scissors for now, this is Dover 44. Love them so much, they're the best. And marker, one is with thin and another one with a thick end, so I can mark my chart. Whereas like big areas I use thick one, whereas little stitches I use thin one. This is another needle keeper, and two more. Also I always have these tweezers for threads which is wrong. I have to take them out, and it's very easy, not with your fingers, not with your nails, but with tweezers. I don't have long nails, so. And this helper I use for extra fabric which is hanging from the Q-snaps or hoops or whatever. Needle minder, I love this quality of the it's my favorite needle minders. The quality is amazing, but some pieces are off. It doesn't matter. I use them. When they will be older, I'll throw them away. I just made myself coffee and I'm gonna stitch now, and all my threads and needles. Make my camera closer so you can see better. And let's start. So I have many questions from my followers, and those questions I understand from people who are new to cross stitch, and I think I need to make more videos for this kind of people, because I also been new into cross stitch one day and I had no one to explain to me. Really have to discover everything by myself. It's really easy, but of course it's better when nowadays you watch it on video and you understand how to do this or another stuff. And I'll try to make those videos as well, and in between I'll do my regular videos. And for example, question like how you stitch on 14th count of Ada. I usually stitch 2 over 2, but again it depends on instructions, it depends on the key. You have to read the key. Usually they always say, sometimes you stitch on 36 count of linen 1 over 2. Again, it's all up to you. You can change it, you can do whatever you want. If you see this better for you, it works better for you, then go ahead. It's only be yours after, or your friends who you will give that project. But if you like it, then you have to go ahead and make yourself happy. Not always you have to follow key, especially in Russian speaking countries, very hard to get. I'm sure it's everywhere very hard to get now threads which is hand dyed, and the demand is much bigger now than 5 years ago. I'm pretty sure about that, because I've never seen people stitching so much primitives and samplers as they do now. You can see it on Instagram. Just go to some pages and see what they stitched before and what they stitch now, and it's like completely different story. And we still have the same companies of threads, and I imagine how much pressure and how much extra work they have. It's good for them, but same time they cannot make everyone happy on time. And yeah, I just decided to focus more on dimensions, because it's easy for me. I don't have to hunt for those threads. And also, if you stitch a lot of primitives, you can easily play with all these threads. You see better what you can replace, what you cannot replace. And people sometimes change designers work so much you won't even recognize. And yeah, just if you have these feelings, just try and see what you will have. You can always redo it. Like I just show my Eliana, I don't stitch as I supposed to by key, and sometimes I have to do this terrible work like ripping off the pitted stitches, and yeah, it's not fun at all. Just do work which is like 20 minutes. I have to wait sometimes couple of months just to mentally prepare myself, because it's not fun for me. I like my hobby because I enjoy it. And I don't stitch as fast as you see, but this is my regular speed, I would say, because I have to triple check always on camera, not camera chart, what if I stitch right, if I stitch wrong. Still I'll do lots of mistakes, but some people stitch much faster than me, but again, it's hard to judge. We only can have one cross stitch record, right? We cannot stitch faster than humans can, and we're not sewing machines. And maximum speed, I think people can have 400 stitches per hour. I might have 150, to be honest. I never checked, but I think it's about right. And yeah, like sometimes have like 30 minutes or 1 hour, and I can see how much I stitch because I mark my chart and I can see clear how many stitches I made. But it's very rare when I really worry about that. Usually I don't care. Okay, now I have to stitch with another color, and I forgot where is this going to. Is this, yeah, I think it's right. Let me check. Dark green, yeah, another symbol, guys. So tomorrow is a weekend. I think we'll have another days of 2020. Daniel going to basketball, and usually on Saturdays in the morning he will go to play basketball, and half a day he'll spend there. But now, because we have like quarantine, not full lockdown, but weekend lockdown, so on the weekends we only have opened pharmacies, supermarkets, and yeah, even restaurants are closed on the weekend. But this is better than what we had in March, when everything closed. It's panic, it's nightmare. So happy vaccine is gonna produce soon, and we will be all healthy. But it means I stitch less, because when the whole family at home, I cannot stitch as much. And usually on weekends I'll stitch more on a Saturday and less on Sunday, because Sunday we always have to do something, and yeah, family stuff. I hate weekends, to be honest. Everyone at home, everyone needs every 5 minutes something. But it's fun from another side. Better than be alone. And Daniel can walk Susie tomorrow. Actually, I walk dog quite often, not like 3 times. I do it more. Sometimes I have to go to post office, sometimes I go to coffee shop. I'm taking her everywhere with me, because I don't want her to feel lonely. And also, last weekend she was with Daniel at my mom. That's why I record that video, that very long video about my whips, because I had time. And my mom loves Daniel and Susie because they make her busy, and she's still working a little bit from home. And I feel they can make her happy. She's like, bring me Susie with Daniel. I said not this weekend, because sometimes Daniel wants to do something at home, and she is in another area of the city. So once in a while I'm taking him to her. Sometimes I go to my mom, I search my fabric, I stitch there as well, and I can have conversation with her while I'm stitching. I don't have to rush home because I have my stitching, and also I like to change place where I'm stitching. Gives me some different feelings. Do you change your place often where you stitch, or do you take cross stitch somewhere? Like, I would not take it to my friend who doesn't stitch because it will look weird, but I like to take cross stitch to my mom because Daniel likes to spend there whole day, and for me to sit there doing nothing or eating in the kitchen, it's the worst. She always has lots of food in the house, especially sweets. Yeah, going there, it's like sometimes to the restaurant. And today I skip my workout in the morning. I'll do it in the evening because Daniel will have teacher at home. And I just don't like to be there where he's like busy, and Paul will be at home. I'll go to do my workout. Also, gyms are closed, you have to come with a mask. It's so weird. I can't do exercises with a mask. In our gym we don't have to wear a mask, and also very little people now come into the gym. And I go to do stretching. I told you, stretching, it's good for my back, it's good for my body. I go body ballet and fly yoga, and like whenever I come they always have different classes. So I said, what do you have available today? I go, like, don't you care where you're going? I said, as long as I'm moving. I don't. And they're all laughing from me because I really don't care what to do. People going for some particular classes and just they're trying to be better in that. I just don't care. I go because I know it's healthy, and you have to take care of your body, because the older you are, your body become worse and worse, and you always have some issues with the body, and yeah, you have to do something about it. And I'm tired of jogging. Really doesn't make me happy. Like looking at my watch, like when I will be done, when I'll be done. Whereas when I go do these classes, I don't realize how fast I'm flying. And also I do some new exercises, and yeah, it's fun. And sometimes I'm super lazy to go, I skip them. Honestly, because I wanna stitch a little bit more. But then I said, no, stitching is a hobby. Going to the gym, it's your health, and it's more important than stitching. Can you even see what I'm stitching? Yeah. I just wanna finish this color, and I'm gonna move back here so you see it better because I'm moving slowly. So yes, I could not resist. I had to start another dimension. I don't know why I did start it. I just wanted something for Christmas. I know I have two designs. They're dimensions petites, but I wanted something bigger. And after stitching Santa, I know I don't have anything stitch for Christmas from dimensions gold, not petite. And usually I do stitch dimensions gold when I go somewhere. I don't really like to stitch at home because I don't feel like I do something useful. I feel it's like I'm not serious. Even everything cross stitch not serious, but this is what I feel. I like to have lots of dimensions gold in my whips. Now, before, no, I was stitcher with one project for more than 10 years, and I could not imagine myself having any other projects same time. Also, did not even have space to store them, and I just did not understand. After we start having YouTube and Instagram, you see this person stitching this design, it looks amazing. I also want the same one. You buy, then you buy another one, then you buy another one, and then you have to buy another room for your For your hobby, it's like a new child in your family who requires a special place in an apartment, which is like, honestly, you can have just one file and a couple of needles and you're fine. No, we're creating something crazy, like seriously. We only can understand each other. I can't imagine what my friends will think if they will see all my stash, like people who don't stitch, if they will see how many kids I have and how much money we spent on cross stitch, like what they really think. Just interesting, but I really don't care because it makes me happy. It's my different world. I'm there in my shell. Enough my husband knows approximate amount of cross stitch I have because I hide it. I hide it. But people ask me why I don't sell my older kits. I can't. I like them all. I want to stitch them all. Very few kits, like maybe one or two, I really think I'm not gonna stitch because I won't have time. I have to stitch really that gorgeous designs which were like super hard for me to get, and even just then I wanna stitch Mary 15. It takes like what, 3 days to stitch? And guys, I don't have time now for that. I have to stitch Mary 15. It's, if I'll have a new start, it will be Mary 15. I said enough. It was my dream. It was like the biggest dream from just then, and it like took me a few years to find it. I'm regretting I did not buy it when it was like $78, and those pins, I did not want the design as much as I wanted pins. So when I got pins, I was like, okay, I didn't even open them for a while, and then I like fall in love with the Biscarnu because if I had a chance to buy just pins, I would buy pins. But now I'm so happy I bought Biscarnu together because they did not sell it separately, and their fabric and their threads, everything. Just start. No, I don't have time right now, but I would definitely stitch it. And also I was thinking to do Christmas starts, like everything for Christmas, and having all the months of December just for Christmas, stitching all my Christmas designs and having that Christmas spirit and, you know, Christmas in the air. I don't know, I'll see. I first need to finish my icon and Eliana, and then if I'll have this mood, I'll do that. What do you think about this idea? I definitely won't be able to finish my Dana's roses, and I decided why even try. I know my speed, I know how much I can stitch, and not like I'm gonna stop Dana's roses. No, I won't. I continue stitching them, but I don't want to push myself. I'm not feeling well, I'm not feeling happy, just stitching what I have to. I know I have to finish them. I will. If I had like 2 months, yeah, that's another story. I would do some Christmas starts, same time I would be stitching Dana's roses, but I only have months and something. Yes, I know, I now started, it takes me like 1 day for my start, another day, 2 days for Eliana, but still it's not like I spend so much time for those designs. Okay, let me mark what I've just stitched, because otherwise I'll do boo-boo. Okay, one. Yep, stitching right, this was not marked. My coffee finished. I need to go get myself coffee, because I don't like to drink that coffee drink. I don't know what is cappuccino. I don't really like with milk my coffee. Very rare when I do that. Just like black coffee, Americano. But they don't have Americano here, they call it black coffee. So it's okay, make me black coffee. Susie is sleeping with me right now. She's tired. Have to change her shampoo, because every single time I wash her with this shampoo she's itching. So I was asking for advice, find another shampoo for her. Hopefully it will work. I know she's clean, I check her all the time. Just a shampoo. Watch lots of videos for dogs. Subscribe lots of groups on Facebook, and sometimes I'm reading and I'm crying. Oh, that stories I'm reading about dogs. Sometimes I'm laughing. Just another hobby. Never thought I will have a dog in my life. Never ever. Now I can't imagine how I live without a dog. And Daniel still helped me with her. I was thinking he like last 2 months and then will be my dog. But he loves her. He loves playing with her. I don't like playing with dog. I don't like playing with kids. I don't like playing with dogs. And let me move my camera a little bit like that so you can see better. Yeah, so he's helping me a lot. And sometimes he's angry at her because she doesn't understand something. He said, Daniel, she's a dog. She's not a human. You see why you need counted needles? Because you can... I don't like my crosses. I have to redo them because I don't like how they lay in. I don't like the quality of my stitches. Sometimes you can fix it just with a needle. Sometimes you have to do rail method to lay thread proper. Also about needles, I usually have lots of different kind of needles when I'm stitching dimensions, because here lots of different stitches. 5/2 half stitch, you have to have one needle. 2/2 you have to have another needle, and sometimes same stitches but different colors. I use different needles, and then I look what I like better, because again it's very hard for me to say which needle I'll use for 16 count Ada dimensions kit now and later, because even kits made in China has now different fabric, which is fine. You just cannot predict which needles you will use. That's why I have like mix of needles, and I see what I like. I have all sizes for dimensions, all of them. Bigger needle for half stitches, smaller, sometimes you have 1/2. Sometimes you just don't like this needle at all, so you leave it or you throw away. It's normal. Okay, let me prepare some threads and I'll continue stitching. Okay, now I will work on this area, and I think you will be able to see better. The angle of the camera is a little bit not right, not the angle I like, but right now there is much I can do. So let me try to make my first stitch, and I like to work with brighter colors now because I can see it better, I can count better. And when you do stitch with different kind of stitches, better to do crosses first, because you can then see better. Well, somehow in my head I don't do well with half stitches. I always miscount them, and when I do cross I have more time like to think about, to check where I've done right or not, and then lower them. You can do half stitches. I don't know, when I was just starting this project last year, I was excited and I wanted to have bigger area stitch, and obviously with half stitches you do work faster. So yeah, My icon also almost done, but there are lots of single stitches, and even top of the design is easier to stitch. Still, I have 3-4 days working on that design, and I'm like, okay, I have to stop it. I'm not enjoying it anymore, or I don't see as much progress. And I'm enjoying my whips. I enjoy stitching, but very important for me to have a result. Some people don't care about results. I do care how many finishes I have. I do care how much stitches I've done. At the same time, I like to spend my time just stitching. Yeah, I can't imagine myself stitching the whole year and have no finishes. But if you count how much stitches you've done, you probably have like 10 finishes. That story not about me. But again, if you enjoyed, good for you, because it's all about having fun stitching. And even I don't have here walls to put all my pictures, I still wanna have finishes. Because I wanna have a collection of stitched Dimensions, stitched Mirabilia, stitched Lanarte. What else I like? Rosewood Manor. All of them. I want to have them in my roll. I said it many times, and I imagine myself I have them all, and I probably will be like 80. I won't have time to enjoy them. So you have to have fun now. And other day I was counting how many dimensions gold I stitched so far. Well, my finishes, because not all the work was me. So at the beginning I did not really worry where is my work, but I know I gifted many pieces, and so I count I have almost 30 pieces, almost 30 dimensions gold I finished. Mirabilia a little bit more, but Mirabilia you spend less time to stitch. Much less. Some Mirabilia you can finish in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whereas dimensions on average 2-3 months for me. For some people even longer, for some people 1 month. Like I remember when we just moved to Las Vegas, I was stitching parrot tulips, and I had so much time to stitch because I wasn't working and we were living in a hotel. I've seen already in Las Vegas. I don't want to like go there again on a strip, because we live right on a strip. So what else to do? I was stitching all day long till Daniel came, and yeah, I was like stitching all day long. But even then, that parrot tulips I finished like in 2 months, a little bit more than 2 months. And I can't imagine how people can stitch them in 1 month. And having 3 kids, one lady from Russian floss tube, she's a hero. She stitched those parrot tulips in 1 month, and she's like a beginner. She's not really into cross stitch more than 2 years, and she managed to finish them in 1 month. Like, how you do that with 3 kids during quarantine on a lockdown? She managed to stitch in 1 month. Like, wow. I can't do that. Even half of the design, half of the project I stitch in hands, and still, you know, in hands you stitch much faster than on hoops. But I know in general, if you want to stitch fast, you have to spend more time. If you don't have time and you stitch super fast, you still won't be able to do 1000 stitches. I don't know if I make 1000 stitches a day, not sure about that, but maybe something around. Not every day, 100% not every day. I would say on average I can do 750, maybe. I have to really triple check now, because I'm not as fast as before now, because obviously of time. And yeah, I wish I can stitch every month 1 dimensions, and then I can buy more stuff to stitch. Okay, I think that's it for today, guys, and I'll include another videos of our cooking, of our, what else, flowers. It's just video about everything. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe this channel, and we'll see you on my next video or Instagram. Bye bye, guys. Show this look. Stitch.
Там шея. Оно все різне.
А коснулась это тема.
Show cross-stitch ball.
Beautiful.
Поставляли разброс. Я ему говорю, ты все это собери. Там
Nice.
This is etching. Yeah, this is lithograph. Oh, wow.
It's a lithograph. Lenin.
Oh my gosh.
Suetami. It's a young Lenin. Jeez. It's a Dzержинский, the boss of KGB.
Boss of KGB.
Dzержинский, Felix Edmundovich Dzержinский.
How much for these?
3,000.
3,000.
I have a biography of Dzержinский. It's a handmade, it's a lithograph.
Beautiful.
Suetami.
Where did you get these? Hey, these are real.
Yes, this is
These are
what
numbered.
it was. 4 from 200. Red Square, Moscow.
Oh my gosh.
It's a Lenin and Sverdlov.
Okay. This is what we need for the apartment.
This is that box. First day in the factory.
Is this back and front?
Yes.
Why?
You can use 2 of them when you get tired from one.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
It's a young worker and a teacher.
Yeah.
First day in the factory.
First day in the factory, yeah? That's amazing.
Lenin and Shushinsky village.
Oh my god.
Before revolution. You go to Soviet army. Ask this one.
This is amazing history.
Wedding on Red Square.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, honey.
This is a big tree. Name of picture. I don't know why.
Well, he's obviously Korean or Chinese or something. That's interesting.
It's a young Lenin.
Amazing. Oh wow.
And this is Kiev building made a metro story. Metro.
Metro.
Underground.
This is the key of Metro.
Metro, yeah.
Wow. Okay.